I'm Alex Colvin here with Pitt River Country, in Pitt River Country, at the Intermountain Teen Center. And today, this is the director of the Intermountain Teen Center, Kaylynn Harper, and she's going to tell us a little bit about how the Teen Center got started and what they're doing, and maybe if we have time, what they plan to do. So Kaylynn, tell the folks about the Teen Center.
Well, we're here in Burney today, but the original Intermountain Teen Center started in Round Mountain, about 20 miles down the way. Tammy Allen had a heart for the teens in this area, as there's not much for them to do, and she wanted to start a teen center. So about 10 years ago, she started something up, got some volunteers, got some money raised, and then about 7 years ago, the funding was lost and they had to close down. So the center there has been closed down for about 3 years, and then she decided she wanted to find some more funding so we can get this rolling again. So this summer in July of 2014, she was able to hire myself and Jed Smith as a case manager for the local teens, and we started in Round Mountain. July 31st was our opener there, and we opened the Round Mountain Teen Center. We had a good success that time. We had about over 50 people come to that event, and we've been getting teens ever since. And then we opened this one on September 10th in Burney, and we started out a little slower here. We'd get 3 or 4 teens in the beginning, and we kind of wondered if it was going to pick up, and then all of a sudden we had 12 people coming pretty regularly, so we've grown here too. So what our goals are with the teen centers is that we want to build relationships with the teens, and kind of get to the bottom of the issues that cause them to struggle later on in life. A lot of studies have found that when teens are able to be a part of their community in giving and receiving, like when they feel like an adequate part of community, and that people value them in the community, and that they're also able to do things in the community, and that they have community relationships, whether it's with teachers, youth pastors, or people like us at the Teen Center, that they succeed better later on in life. So that's kind of one of our main goals, to have connection with their peers, connection with adults, and positive influences in their life. So in Round Mountain, they're a lot more spread out. A lot of people live miles and miles away from each other, so they don't get to see their friends as often. So the Teen Center there, they're a lot more into just hanging out, and they'll just sit and talk for hours, and just connect with all their friends, because they go to a larger school and they're not able to see their friends that they live around even at school. So there we do a lot of just hanging out, and we watch some movies, we play pool, we do some cooking classes, things like that. And then here, they still hang out a lot, but they're into doing stuff too. So we'll play board games or video games. They'll play on the computer together and show each other new music videos. We have a craft room where the girls have loved doing all kinds of crafts, making jewelry, making pillows. Alex has been doing a guitar class, so some boys have loved doing that. They'll bring in their own guitars or play his guitars, and then he's donated some bongos, and we have a piano. So the kids have done art and music and cooking, so they've been gaining skills, been connecting with their peers, and then we're also kind of a launching pad for events. There's not a whole lot of things for teens to do in this area, so we do stuff like going to jump off waterfalls, going rafting, going bowling. We're going to have a Star Wars party this Friday night for the opening of the new Star Wars movie. We're doing a tamale fundraiser. So just kind of giving teens the opportunity to have fun, be a teenager, do smart decisions, and just to connect with everybody around him. And then Jed has a deeper position where he actually gets to go into homes and meet one-on-one with the families. So if there's teens that are struggling even more than normal, which is a lot for a teen, he can meet with their family and talk about what the problems are and how they can make a plan to ease those situations, or if there's anything that's unsafe, to make a safety plan, like, okay, if you're feeling this way and you can't stay here, where can you go, or who can you call? So Jed works more intricately in the family dynamics of that setting. So that's kind of what we do here. We also have the Youth Advisory Board, which is every third week of the month. We kind of sit down and say, what are we doing well? What are we not doing well? What can we work on? What do we want to see happen in the next month or in the next couple months? What are our goals?
And I was curious on that when you gave the talk at the Rotary. Can you just explain what the Youth Advisory Board is? And I mean, you just did in a way, but who is on it? Who are these young people, or are these older people?
Right now, our Youth Advisory Board meetings are open to all of the teens who attend. So in Round Mountain, any teen who's a part of the Round Mountain Teen Center is allowed to come and be in the meeting and decide what we're going to do for the next
Cool.
month. And here as well in Burney. If it grows too large, though, we started smaller and now we've been growing larger. We don't want to make it so that, 17 teens are in there arguing about what they want to do. So we do kind of want to develop the program in a way where the people on the Youth Advisory Board have a little bit more responsibility
Right.
in the teen center, and where they're there most of the time, and they're there to help with the events and things like that. So we kind of have that right now. We've kind of developed some core people that have been with us since the beginning, and they're normally always part of those decision makings. But a lot of times we've been getting a lot of new people, and they're there to check it out too. So I think the Youth Advisory Board will develop a little throughout the time, but we've only been going about 3 months, so we kind of just are taking a lot of people's input right now because they're kind of all here and we're all
Right,
new and
right.
we're all experiencing everything. But as we kind of narrow our approach and narrow our vision, and kind of narrow in on the teens who are really here to be a part of this, I think that we'll kind of develop a stronger core group of people that are making those decisions. So.
And I also want to accent that this is an opportunity for people who have talent, skills, or things that they would like to give to participate. That's how I got involved. Was you had a notice, I think you might have given it to Evalie or somebody. Anyway, I saw a notice that the teen center was open and needed volunteers. So I came over, and you were very welcoming. And I'm just wondering if there are, if you're speaking to people in the community, what kind of people would you maybe like to say to offer the opportunity to come in and spend time sharing their talents with these kids?
It really would just take a willing person, somebody who's willing to come in, share the talents they have, whether it is art or cooking or guitar or things with the computers. Like those are things, even since I've been in school, things have changed so much in technology that I'm even like, oh man, I'm lost. So it's important for these kids to kind of know about technology, even though I don't really want them to be 24/7 with media in front of their face. But it is an important skill for them to have. So if there's people with those skills, photography, we've had somebody say that they would do like a hiking safety thing, so like what to listen for rattlesnakes, what to do if you're lost in the woods, things like that. So I couldn't even come up with all of the things that we'd look for because
Right.
everybody out there knows what their skill is, and if they are willing to come and share with the teens and have more people who are passionate about those kind of skills, then that would be awesome.
And also, at the Rotary, it came up about if you are in an organization, if people are in an organization where they're having some program, and the one that occurred to me is like when the Bureau of Land Management had an archaeology day in the area, and it wasn't well publicized it was geared towards children. It was geared towards young people. Educational exhibits that were out of this world.
Yeah.
But it wasn't publicized to the youth organizations in this area. So go ahead and make a plea to the organizations that have youth that do things. And a lot of times, sometimes it's other community organizations, sometimes it's state organizations,
Yeah.
or Birdie Falls Park, or Bureau of Land Management, the Forest Service, the Spring River Foundation. You know, when you're going to have something for young people, let Kaylee know, so that she can contact their parents and they can, you know, be in touch with you, and you can have more participation in the event that you're putting on.
Yep. So if you do have any events going on, you can contact me at Harper, Harper, at hillcountryclinic.org, and that probably would be the best way to reach me, actually. So.
Okay. And so we just have a few minutes left. Is there anything else that you would like to say about your vision for the youth center or for the community?
Well, I just kind of hope that we all grow in all kinds of ways. We grow in our relationships with each other, and we grow in our relationship with the community, that we become a well-known part of this community and known for doing great things around the area. So.
And I want to say too, because I don't want my impression, which may not be the true impression. I've been over here a number of times, and I've met some of the kids. And I just want to say I am impressed by the quality of the young people here. One young girl that I met, she's 13 years old. She speaks fluent Japanese, self-taught. She learned Japanese herself, and now she's working on learning Russian. Another one of the 13-year-old boys that comes, it's like, I'm not teaching guitar. He's 13 years old, and he is really an excellent guitar player. So we have things to share with one another. Really wonderful young people that come here. And also when Chelsea is here and you guys cook or teach them to cook, and you make pizza or you know, whatever you do, I mean, it's fantastic. It's a wonderful group of young people here. Like when you say every teen in the United States of America and the world has issues growing up at this age, you know, that are formative in terms of them being a successful and happy person in life. That doesn't mean that, you know, that means that every teen is not a problem teen. You know, it's like, so, but this is wonderful that you are an opportunity, you know, with your education and your background, you know, to kind of know what stages they're going through at this time, and help them in their decision-making process, and to formulate their vision, and to know and develop the skills that are necessary to achieve that vision. Is that an accurate statement?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, so it's great. And what was the name of the lady who originally started it?
Tammy Allen.
Tammy Allen.
She's head of behavioral health up at Hill Country Health and Wellness Center. So.
And this is a program that's sponsored by Hill Country Clinic and receives funding both from the county, is it county and federal government, or?
We got our funding through Shasta County Mental Health. So.
Okay, the Shasta County Mental Health, the same people that put on that open mic.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You know, so they're really trying to reach out and do a lot of things and get participation from all groups. This is a government-funded program, but they welcome participation from service organizations, the Chamber of Commerce, the local churches, you know, whoever you are, we're all a community working together, you know, for the future of our community by raising, you know, really positive, good young people.
That's our hope.
Okay, so I think maybe our 15 minutes is about up.
Okay.
And as time goes by, maybe at some time in the future we can have another program, even like they did at the Rotary, where you can do a PowerPoint presentation showing the types of things that you're doing.
Okay.
And we'll have and we'll video it.
Okay.
And I'm also looking forward to, you know, the Hill Country Clinic is doing a lot of things, and
They are.
Lynn.
Just be on the lookout. You think that you know, but there's so much more to come.
Okay.
They're really doing
All right.
amazing things.
Well, Lynn Dorr said that maybe sometime I could interview her, and at that time I'll
She'll
ask
be
her.
able to give you more information, yeah.
Okay.
She has some secrets up her sleeve, so
All right.
you'll have to ask about them.
Okay. So, thank you very much, people of Pit River Country, and we hope that you enjoyed this video and that you learned some about the Intermountain Teen Center.